नहमदहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिल करीम अम्मा बाद फ़ाऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली. First of all, today I would like to answer the question that has been asked, that why Islam allows 4 wives. So basically Islam allows 4 wives, but it is not compulsory. People have thought that Islam says you have to marry 4 times, it's compulsory, and it is not compulsory for anybody. Even one marriage is the sunnah. It is not required. You are not compelled to do one marriage. But for example, if you have sexual desires and you want to have a life partner in your life, you can marry. The ayah of the Holy Quran, it says you can marry 2, 3, 4 women among the people you like, among the girls you like. But if you cannot do justice among them, you should marry only once. That's the ayah says. People only report the first part of the verse. They don't look at the whole verse. It says if you cannot do justice, marry only verse. And after that also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, we know you will not be able to do justice. So the purpose, why the permission is there for more than one marriage? Purpose is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created all of us. He knows how many number of female He created, how many number of male He created. If you look at the world population today, each country, you will find millions of women extra. If you will compare the population, the statistics could be old, but you can look at it. One country there's 9 million, one country there's 6 million, one country there's 12 million women extra. What will happen to those women? If all the women they're supposed to be married, they get married, all the men are finished. Now what will happen to the 12 or 14 million women that are out there? That could be my sister, that could be my mother, that could be my daughter, that could be my niece. What will happen to that girl? Now all the men are finished, everybody got married once. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given permission. The person who can afford, he should marry second, third or fourth. If he need to marry, first and foremost, second thing, if he can afford, and keep them all equal, the justice can be done. If he spends $1 on one, he has to spend the second dollar on the other one. The time which you give should be equal. The resources that you provide are equal. And I can guarantee you, nobody who has married more than once is happy. It is very tough to keep only one wife. What are you talking about marrying 2, 3, 4? The life becomes very complicated. The reason now, for example, if in a country, there's 12 million women are extra, what do you want them to go? Where will you find them? In a strip club, in a bar, in a gentleman club? You want them to become a public property. What will they do? They will do modeling, they will do call girl service. What will they do? Because they are extra. On top of it, what will they do? They will break people's marriages. You will see extra-marital affairs. You are seeing it already today. The boss has a wife in the house, and the secretary in the office is also his mistress. I just don't want to use certain vocabulary, which is used out there. So the women that are extra, this is for the protection of the woman. That woman who is in a relationship, she's better off in the marriage than as a mistress or as anything else. So my request to all of you, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is prescribing 2, 3 or 4 marriages, it is for the benefit of those ladies, to protect them. Because men, as we have a saying, in US they say all men are dogs. But if you look at dogs, they are so faithful. Men are not faithful. And plus Islam is the only religion which puts limit on the woman. That you can marry only up to 4. If you look at US data today, average man gets settled on one relationship at least after 8 relationships. Some people have 2 girls before, 3 girls, 4, some people have 20 girls before they marry with one girl. So many relationships you are having outside your wedlock, what will happen, if during that relationship you will get pregnant, there's a child born, the child has no father, no legal father. The most of the children in America, they don't know who is their real father, because the girl is involved with 3 4 5 people at one time. That's the reason Islam allows a man to marry 4 women and a woman to marry only one man at a time. If she don't like the man, she can get divorced and wait 90 days and get another husband. Why there is a wait for 90 days? So if there is a pregnancy, it will appear, it will show up. So then we know this child belongs to the person who just got disconnected from the lady. It does not belong to the person who is the after 90 days one. So everything has a logic. It is for our protection, to maintain our family structure, our family values. So we want to see these kids, they are growing, they know who is their mother, who is their father. And now if you look at today's time, the marriage has become tough. Why they have made marriage tough? Oh, you have to give 50% of your property, otherwise you have to have a prenuptial agreement. Why you need to do this? In Islam, the wife's share of the property is mentioned. If you divorce her, you have to give her the money that you agreed at the time of the contract of marriage. And a nikah, which is marriage in Islam, it can be done in verbal. All you need for it is the girl and boy should agree that they want to get married. You need 2 witnesses on each side, and that's it. There's a prayer. It's a matter of 5 minutes. If you need to get married, you can contact us. We will get you married. You don't need any legal papers or anything. The witness should be only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody else need to be witness other than the 4 human beings that are present, 2 from the girl's side and 2 from the boy's side. We don't have to have these multi-million-dollar marriages to get married. That's what makes things complicated. People don't marry because they don't want to spend on functions, on bridal showers and all these events or marriage receptions. You can just do it very simple. You can just go to a mosque, get married in 5 minutes, and you just need a simple permission from each other. The girl said, I agree, and the boy said, I agree, and then the boy has to give some compensation to the girl, financial compensation, and it's done. And if you want to finish the marriage, I hope not, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all his angels celebrate when a couple get married. If they go in a relationship as per the orders of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not without the wedlock. Outside the wedlock, Allah ta'ala says, La takrabu zina. Don't even go close to it. Don't be even close to a girl in a separate room. There should be no separate boy or girl in one room if they are not in marriage. That's the order from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we don't listen to him, and we just follow these world rules and laws which are not good for us. You can see that society is at a disaster. We are losing our family structure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first and foremost, they fix the person, then they fix the family, then they talk about neighborhood, that you should be nice to your neighborhood. Then we talk about the whole society as a overall. Then the government, how should you run the government? So Islam gives the complete political, social, economic system. So if we have political justice today, social justice today, and economic justice today, this world will be not the way it is today. It will be just like a heaven, if not better, at least. So I would say, my request to all of you, if your husband want to marry second girl or third girl, let him marry. He will know. Why should you pay the price and somebody else should enjoy? I can guarantee your husband or your boyfriend has more than one girl in his life, today. Because that's how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created men. Now you are spending 30 days with the guy. The girl will spend 1 or 2 nights in the whole month, or 1 or 2 hours in the whole month with him. Will take similar amount of compensation and gift which you take in the whole month. You will raise the children, you will clean the house, you will drop the kids to the daycare, you will pick them up from the daycare, you will go to your job, he will go to his job, at the same time he has an extramarital affair. You know, if he has an extramarital affair, the other girl is getting same amount of compensation which you are getting, but you are doing all the work. So why not you share the burden? Because if this thing has to happen, why not we do it properly? You know, and if you don't want your husband to get second marriage, you can take divorce. You can tell him, you know, if you want to get married second, third, fourth, no problem, but I am going, and you can find a better spouse or better husband for yourself. Islam is a very open religion. It does not bound you in legalities, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, who knows better than the creator how the machine will work? We have to operate the machine with the manual by the creator, not by our own manual. We are trying to come up with our own things, that okay, there should be one wife, one husband, but they can be 8 girlfriends, you know, or they can be 10 girlfriends, you know. What is this lifestyle, you know? Or I have one husband but I have 3 boyfriends, you know, for a girl point of view. So this is not allowed in Islam. You need to learn, be loyal. Everything has to be open and closed at the same time. You know, everything should be disclosed. Who knows, you know, whose child is who is who. Everything is very, very clear in Islam, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this is for your benefit. Tomorrow the children can say this, that's my father and these are my 3 mothers, you know. So, and this is not applied to everybody, because everybody cannot afford. In Islam, the woman is not supposed to earn money, because woman is working towards the future of the family. She is working on the kids, and the man is working on the present of the family. He is earning the daily bread and butter. Who is doing the bigger work? The woman. Who is doing the harder work? The woman. She has to drop the kids to the daycare before she go to job. She'll come 1 hour later after her job, because she has to pick up the kids, then come back, cook, clean, wash clothes. All these load of work is on the woman. Then they say this is woman liberation. What kind of liberation is that? You are a prisoner of the system. You are in jail, in an open jail with your own choice. You are stuck, you know, you can't do anything. Your husband will leave you and go anywhere, but you cannot leave your kids, because mother cannot leave the kids. Mother has more loyalty than the father. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala compares himself to the love of the mother. Allah ta'ala says, I love my creation, my human, my man, my woman, more than the 70 mothers. It's a very blessed position that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the women out there. But our women are degrading themselves. They are going in a one night stand. If a man will get you for one night, why does he need you for the second night? He will go with a different girl next night. Third night will be a third different girl. When you will tell him that I want a strong forever relationship, we will go in a marriage, you know. You can go without legal marriage. You can go open. You can just do a nikah, you know. You say it's very easy. Accept, and the other party says accept, and it's done. And you have blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can contact us. We can get your nikah done in 5 minutes. This is so easy. Why you have to do sex without marriage and prove that okay, we are very modern? What kind of modern you are? You are getting ripped off. You are getting tricked for the guy. One guy is sleeping with 4 girls at a time, you know, and he is not telling you. He is not being honest to you. And you, usually the women are really very honest. They are very loyal, you know. Most of the time the culprit is the man. Most of the time I'm mentioning, you know. But the society is going in a different direction. What they are doing with us today, that you know, everywhere you look at it, there's CBD stores, vape stores, there's medical marijuana stores, you know, there's weapon stores. The people who are doing drugs, people who are in alcohol, people who are smoking weed or heroin, you know, they don't know what they are doing. They are sleeping with their wife or somebody else's wife. They are sleeping with anybody on the street, you know. They will buy a gun, they will shoot anybody anywhere, to a dance club, to a nightclub, to a musical park, to anywhere. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says it is haram, means it's illegal to take a life of any human being. You know, 3 things it is mentioned, you know. that three things you have to protect for the other human beings. That you cannot take their life other if it is not needed to be. Like, it's not a case of death sentence in a legal system, that is exceptional. But you cannot kill anybody without any reason. You cannot take anybody's wealth without any reason. You cannot disrespect anybody without any reason. So what is happening today is if somebody who is a druggie, CBD or marijuana, addict, he will pick up a gun and shoot 16 school children, 8 school children, kill this person, kill that. They don't know. They are not in their senses. They are in different mindset. If they will be thinking properly, no human being in his right mindset can kill even a bird properly. His heart will say, why am I killing this bird? What's the point? But how can they kill another human being, which is their own brother and sister? If you look at the relationship of Adam and Eve, we all are the brother and sisters. So my request to all of you, if you follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will not be misguided, and you will be blessed in this world and the world after. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.